Hello, welcome. I just want you to think of something. Yeah, Africa has over 50 countries, over 50 so-called countries, because it was the West that divided Africa. So no African was there. They just did it so. But let's assume that Africa has 50 so-called countries. Now imagine this. Now imagine out of that 50, 10 of those countries have a leader like Ibrahim Traore. Just think of this. 10 out of those so-called 54 countries or more or less, 10 of those countries has a leader like Ibrahim Traore. Just imagine the kind of change we started having in Africa, the kind of influence those 10 leaders would have exerted in the whole African as a continent. Just imagine, just 10. We only have one, Ibrahim Traore, and there is this influence. Everybody wants their country to have a leader like that guy. We all want someone that have their country, our own country in mind, more than trying to impress the so-called West. Imagine if we have 10, 10 out of 50. We know we still have 40 something, but just 10 leaders like that very young man. Africa will start, there will be this motivation, there will be this competition for other countries to become better. So what are we learning from this? We shouldn't keep quiet. We should do everything necessary. There's one thing Malcolm X will always say: whatever means necessary, it's going to take us to get the best leaders that we need in Africa. We have to do that. Young people, we don't have to relax. We don't have to keep quiet. No matter what, we should aspire. We should do everything necessary that we have to do to make sure that we have leaders that have their countries, that have their people in mind, not trying to please some few people in the country. We all know the kind of leaders we have here in Africa. We all know we have been having leadership issue for long, and we are not going to keep quiet until that is sorted out. Let me tell us this: the more we study geopolitics, the more we have this passion to see our continent change. If you don't understand geopolitics, I don't think you even care anything about the continent. But once you start studying geopolitics, you have that desire to see that Africa get its best. Africa has the right leaders. And we should also remember that we have three worlds. We have the first world, the second world, and we have the third world. The second world, they said, is American. American is already on decline. Everything happening now, it tells us that American is already on decline. Before, American competed with innovation, but now they're competing with tariff. That is to say, they're already in a decline. So the third world now are taking over, and the third world includes the Asia and Africa. So after China now, Africa is going to take over. And this is not the kind of leaders we have in Africa, and it's not the kind of leader that is going to give us all the innovation that we want. These are kind of people that was installed leaders. We need people like Ibrahim Traore. Those are the kind of leaders we need. And whatever means necessary that is going to take us to get it. Me, I don't care. All I care is that I care for a leader that has Africans in their heart. I want to see the young people of Africa become their best. Not where the young people of Africa are busy killing themselves, trying to move overseas, going in. Every time, some of them are being drawn in the river, in the ocean because they are just trying to go and make ends meet somewhere else. Whereas our continent is blessed. Our continent is feeding the whole world. Okay, that is why we should just ask God. We need those young people. We have them. We just need to wake up. Ibrahim Traore made himself available. We need young people like that we can make ourselves available to see this change in Africa. We need it because, just like Malcolm X said, he said is when African becomes great, that's when any person, any African descent will definitely will be respected out there. If African don't become great, man, we have little or no or so-called framed respect. So we need leaders. Like I said, everybody should just think of this. Imagine we have 10 leaders. We have so-called 54 or more countries in Africa. Then imagine we just have 10 leaders like Ibrahim Traore. Just imagine the kind of good news, the kind of wonderful things that would have started happening in Africa. So that is to say, we all have work to do. We shouldn't sleep. We should keep pushing. And when God see our hard work, when God see our desire, and when God see the effort we are all putting together to see this come to pass, definitely our prayer will be answered. So thank you. I wish you all the best. Remember for us to pray for, keep praying for Ibrahim Traoré, that God will keep strengthening him, giving him wisdom. And let the eyes of the wicked ones, God should keep blinding them. They should still being surprised how God is taking that guy higher and higher. And God should equally help him so that he will not change, he will not compromise. God should give him the wisdom to keep leading his people very well, because it's not easy for him. There are enemies everywhere, even internal, external enemies are everywhere. We should all pray for that very young man. I'm praying for him every day. I want us Africans to equally keep praying for him so that God will give us more leaders like that young guy. So thank you guys. Have a great day. I want you guys to equally keep supporting me. Those that are viewing the videos, thank you so much. Remember to like in order to encourage us to do more. Have a great day. Bye-bye.